video, I am talking about everything that you need to get started as a freelance video editor. I have been freelance video editing for years, and in that time, I've got a good sense of what you need and what you don't need to start making money as a freelance video editor. So let's get into it. Video editing basics. Let's start with the laptop. Do not think that you need to drop $2,000 to $3,000 on a brand new iMac to get started on your video editing career. Now, you can and probably should start out with a laptop if you don't already have one, and you can even get it refurbished. Just keep an eye out for the RAM, the processor, and the internal storage. Now, I would recommend anything with over 16 gigabytes of RAM, anything with an i7 processor or newer, and a minimum of 250 gigabytes of storage. And of course, you can take your pick of Apple versus Windows in terms of the make. Now let's talk about external hard drives. You may not need one immediately, depending on your computer's internal storage as well as the projects that you're doing. Some reputable brands that I like to use include 𝔾𝔼𝗸, Seagate, and G-Tech. If you do get one, I would highly recommend that you invest in the 1 terabyte rather than the 500 gigabytes. You're going to end up needing the space anyways. It is worth the investment just to get a little bit more storage. And of course, we can't talk about video editing basics without talking about headphones. When I first started getting my video editing setup together, super fancy, cool, expensive headphones was definitely up there on my list. Today, however, I solely use my Apple earbuds. It all depends on the kind of work you're doing. If you're hoping to edit films that are going to one day premiere in a theater, you maybe should invest in good sound equipment like headphones and speakers. If you'd like to edit videos that are mainly on YouTube or online in general, you really don't need that crazy of a sound investment. Apple earbuds or some $50 headphones will work perfectly fine, especially when you're first starting out. If we haven't met yet, I'm Colleen and I'm your video editing mentor. And in this channel, I help you get a video editing job and I help you get paid doing what you love. So for more tips on that, be sure to hit subscribe with the bell so you do not miss a thing. A place to edit. Now, this is simple enough, but it's worth noting that having a set place that you'll do your video editing is important. The video editing life is relatively flexible and you can edit on your laptop in a coffee shop for really as long as you'd like. Now, if your computer does not have a lot of internal storage, you're more than likely going to be editing on that external hard drive, which makes editing on your bed or your couch a little bit more risky. I suggest making a set space on your dining room table if you don't already have a desk. If you're gonna be living that coffee shop life, I would invest in a solid laptop case, or better yet, a backpack that can hold your laptop and all of your editing essentials. Online storage. Along with having quality internet, having a solid online storage space may end up being essential for you as a freelance video editor. I learned pretty quickly that having a Dropbox business account was going to be pretty necessary for me. I share footage back and forth with my clients on Dropbox, and I use my Dropbox as a backup storage option for my external hard drives. My Dropbox business account costs about $12 a month, so it works out okay for me. And I use Google Drive for another client, so I ended up investing the whopping $2, $3 a month for the extra storage on Google Drive as well. Now, these things are not necessary to buy immediately. In fact, you should not buy them until you have the client and the reason to need to buy these things. But it's important to know them and to be aware of them in the case that a client comes forward and they are already using a storage option that they want to share with you, or in the case that they need help with sharing footage back and forth with you. These are some great options for that. Now, if you made it this far and you are liking this video, I would so appreciate it if you can hit the like button below so this video can spread to more people. And for more tips on getting your first job as a video editor, you can always check out my Skillshare class and receive a free month of Skillshare just by clicking the link in the description below. Planners, notebooks, and online schedules. Now, organize at your own risk, but I take my planning very seriously. I have my weekly planner. I have a notebook specifically for scratch notes and time blocking. I have a goals notebook. I have my big calendar on my wall. I have my notes app. The list goes on and on. Now, if you are not used to investing in a planner, I actually do not recommend jumping on the bandwagon and investing in one or more until you have the clarity and the discipline to follow through with this. In other words, invest in a planner in order to fulfill a need for more organization, not to try and force yourself to do it in the first place. Profile on Upwork or Fiverr. Now, this is not a need, but if you want to start getting clients as a freelance video editor, an Upwork or a Fiverr account is a great way to do this. It's free to open either account, and you can have a bio on there, you can have your portfolio, and you can list your skills that you would like to be hired for. Now, personally, I am partial to Upwork. I do prefer the traditional flow of seeing the descriptions and applying to jobs kind of like you're applying to a job anywhere, versus on Fiverr, where the platform works a little bit differently. It encourages you to package up your services, which is beneficial to you, but I just prefer Upwork. Now, for more tips on applying to a job on Upwork, you can check out this video here, and I also have an entire playlist dedicated to my tips on Upwork that you can find on my channel, but I will also try and link it up here for you, or here. I think it's here. No, I think it's here. Either way, be sure to subscribe for more tips on video editing, freelance lifestyle, and creativity. Thank you to my team. Again, I am Colleen, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one.